How's it going, everyone? I figured I'd start streaming early. Today is December 25th. I'm sorry, not 25th. Today is December 31st. It is 5 p.m. here in the city of Las Vegas and Henderson. Today we are going to be doing a live stream all the way up until midnight when the fireworks start to go off on the strip. We're going to be driving for Uber the entire time, going around the city, so that way we can help you and give you a good idea about how New Year's Eve is like driving the streets and how big of a pain in the ass it's going to be. Now, just keep in mind that I am actively doing Uber, so if you do send me any chats, I will not be able to answer the chats while I have someone in the car. I don't have anyone in the car right now, but I am on my way to go pick somebody up. As you can see, we're going down the road right now in Henderson, coming up to a fair right now, and I believe this fair is going all the way to Encore. So, nice long ride. Shouldn't be too bad. We shall see. Although I do need to get over. Unless I'm going to turn right, which I don't. So it is pretty windy out, so they may cancel the fireworks, but I doubt it, unless it gets above like 35, 40 miles an hour. I believe that's the only reason, or the only way they would cancel it. But here's hoping. Here's hoping they don't. My fare is actually behind us. I'm going up here to make a U-turn. That way I can go out the same way I came in. Pretty Christmas lights. How's it going?
Just by the way.
How's it going?
That's going.
Where are we going?
Friends.
And that's on Paradise?
Yes.
Alrighty.
The statue is for New Year's Eve.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah. Not mine does.
Yeah, I know. I'm going to be driving all night.
All night? Any plans for New Year's Eve?
Not really. Haven't really had plans for New Year's Eve since I got my business license for Uber. Or since I got my first business license for Uber, and that was back in 2018.
Oh, 2018, before everything hit, huh?
Yeah, that was before everything hit. Not many people streamed the actual New Year's Eve, the New Year's Eve event.
Actual what?
Not many people stream the New Year's Eve event from the inside of their car doing Uber, so that's what I'm doing.
Oh, you're streaming?
Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty neat.
Yeah, you're letting me over.
I always wanted to get into it. Just don't have what's the word?
A big fan base.
No, I'm not interested in actually having viewers. Like I want to be able to record, have the memories of my friends.
Gotcha.
It's just I don't have the equipment, and I don't have. How I'm more into the audio as opposed to the video.
You don't have the video production software.
Yeah, and my computer can't run that stuff. I've tried.
Oh yeah? What kind of computer is it?
It's a gaming laptop.
Oh, you can run it.
Just it's not enough. I know that. For the audio specifically, like you could record the video near perfectly, have a quick dip. But when I hear some audio screw up and scream, it makes me. It's very irritable.
Mm-hmm.
There we go.
Do you use the built-in microphone or do you use an external?
I gotta use an external. But there's not enough USB ports or something like that.
You could always get yourself a USB hub. Get yourself a USB hub.
Why have I never thought of that?
Yeah, you can get yourself like a 4-port USB 3.0 hub, and then just plug everything you need into that.
Perfect. I don't know. I didn't think that was even a thing.
Yeah.
Then again, I didn't even think about this.
They come in the standard connectors, and they also come in the new Type-C connectors as well. So you can get whichever one you need. Yeah, they come in USB-C, and they also come in regular USB-A, which is the flat connector that plugs into like a car charger.
Actually. One thing I've noticed is that people don't really use their headset for their microphone anymore.
If you need help with anything, here's my card. I'm a computer tech by trade.
What do you do? You help build computers? Or is it
Yeah.
just
I also do servers as well. I build purpose like 6 USB ports on it, so you can stick a bunch of extra hard drives on it and have network storage. So whatever you need, I can pretty much get taken care of for you.
one of the biggest roadblocks I had when I tried starting like a few years back before COVID, I got Cox Internet. I got that Gigablast, and it was I went a month and a half without using a single bit of data because it was a constant back and forth with me and the company because they would send someone out to start installing a line or whatever, and then they would be, oh yeah, we'll be back like tomorrow or something, and then they wouldn't. And then I sit there for a week, and I'm like, where are they? And I'd call, and then they'd send out another set of people to try and start it up. They say the same thing and then disappear.
Is your Cox line working now?
Oh no, I was I'm still living with my family, but I wanted my own personal one.
Gotcha. So they needed to come in and install a second line that way they could do
Yeah, install a second line, but they just kept dipping out, not telling me why. These representatives telling them I didn't use a single bit of data. We're either erasing the bill entirely, or we're gonna have problems. And then they start lowering it and lowering it and lowering it, which was the most confusing part. Why not just cut the bill away entirely? Um, After the fourth call, they were like, "Okay, I talked with whoever. You don't need to pay it." And then 2 years later, I think this was in.
I mean, guess 2 years later it goes to collections.
Yeah, they were like, "Hey, oh no, I got a letter in the mail that said I owed 140 something."
Mm-hmm.
I think, yeah, I have with their cell towers and all that stuff. Oh my god,
I know.
it was
Heck,
issues.
yeah, it was hell.
Yeah, but I mean, my bill's cheap, so I had no other issues. Like my only complaint was I wouldn't have too much service when I'm at work.
Where do you work?
I work in a place called VSR. We make casino stuff. Uverse.
Yep, I know all about
The machines when they have lottery machine. You know, all the machines that you see in a casino. We make that stuff. I work with the acrylic and the
Gotcha.
CNC machines. And betting. You know, when I first started working there, I found out that the pattern on some wood, none of that's real. It's a
laminate.
And I didn't know until then.
Most companies nowadays, they use like a press port and then they put a laminate over it. They've been doing that since like the 1990s.
Yeah, it was just like you never expect it. You didn't know until you found out, right?
Yeah.
No one would actively tell you, "Hey, that's laminate."
I actually have Verizon. I've got the Verizon 5G home internet. $25 a month.
$20 a month. Okay, what would your average download and upload speed be like?
Download speed, if I'm the only one that's using it, download speed would be about 300, 400 megaseconds. And that's on their 25-month plan.
Oh my god.
They also have a gigabit plan as well. Their gigabit plan is only $10 more at $35. But you have to have phone service with them. If you don't have the phone service, then you're paying like $75 for 300 megasecond. You're paying, I think, like $95 for gigabit. So definitely worth it to actually have phone service with them. Before that, I used to have Cox, and I was getting 500 mega. I was getting less than 500 megasecond on their Gigablast, and I was paying 130 a month. I'm like, I'm paying 130 a month, and I'm only getting 300 megasecond. There's something wrong here. And I called them up, and they sent a tech out and everything else like that. When they sent the tech out, they looked at the lines and noticed that the lines were the old style lines, they're not the new cables.
So the issue is the location you're at?
Yeah, the issue is the location that I was in, because in the building that I'm in, it's an apartment building. The building that I'm in has the old style coax from like 10 years ago. Well, 10 years ago, there was no such thing as gigabit.
That makes so much sense. It hurts because you don't think about the lines outside of your house. You think just having the best lines in a house.
Yep. No, the lines that were running to the building were the current standard. They had replaced them already, but the lines going from the street to the building, the lines that went from the street to the building were the correct lines. But the lines that went from the outside of the building to the actual unit, those lines were the older lines. So,
there's a lot to keep in mind.
yeah. Hold on to my card. You got any questions? Send me an email. I'll most likely be able to answer them.
I'm still in the process of saving, so it might be a month or two until I can actually use this. But I'll keep it in mind.
If you have questions, send me an email. I give email consultations for free. So if you have a question about a computer or how something works or something like that.
I don't think we're gonna be able to get inside. Oh no, okay.
Yeah, if for some reason you have any questions or something like that, send me an email. Give me your phone number on the email, and I'll give you a call. Phone.
Look at it, it's like you break it, we fix it.
That's actually my slogan. The name of the.
My bathroom. I bumped it, and in the process of catching it, I instead whipped my hand and hit it. Like, how does that happen? So I use the accessibility.
You.
Yeah.
Take it to Apple, $29. They'll fix it for you.
Sounds cheap for Apple.
Have unlimited repairs at a discounted rate. Otherwise, it'd be like $100, $120, $130. With Apple Care, any kind of screen damage, it is like $29, I think. So, if you go onto Apple's website, go to retail.apple.com, set up a Genius Bar appointment. When you set up the Genius Bar appointment, it's going to ask you what exactly is wrong with it, etc., etc., etc. That way, the representative has a little bit of information. And then once the representative has that information, they'll go ahead and look into it, figure out what all's wrong with it, and